One day Dylan Wright will be considered to be one of the best players in the world. One day he will be shortlisted for the Ballon d'Or, and one day he will win it. But before we can get to that point, we do have to get on the grind. We do have to keep grinding at Ajax to hopefully move out into a bigger club. Not that there's anything wrong with Ajax as a club. It's an amazing club, but they're not one of the top tier clubs in Europe. And we do have to get out of this club if we really do want to challenge for the Ballon d'Or. And to start things off, we might want to be continuing our charge into getting a trophy in Der Klassiker, getting ourselves another goal against Feyenoord. It is the first goal of this match, but it's not our first goal against Feyenoord in this series, and we will hope that it won't be the last, as we will face them later on in the league. And also, I think you will have noticed that on the top right, the player rank is very drastically different from last episode, and that is because whenever it is December, to keep things sort of realistic in a way, or just to keep things fresh, since that is when the Ballon d'Or is decided, that's when we can say that the ranks get refreshed. So depending on how we do over the year, it could either increase drastically or it could just drop drastically. You could go from 4,000 to 2,000 in a heartbeat if you have been having a great season, or it can go from 4,000 to 12,000 if you've just been having a nightmare on the pitch. But anyways, if you are going to be sticking around for this video, I would appreciate a like. You got a bit of time to do it right now, and maybe even subscribe too if you aren't already. I have a feeling that like 600% of the people watching these videos aren't subscribed. I mean, I could pop up the stat right now, but I don't think anyone wants to see that just yet. But yeah, if you do want to subscribe, since I am going for 500 subscribers by the end of March, it's going to be cut pretty close though. I would greatly appreciate a subscription. But anyways, Dylan Wright just does what he always does. He is banging in the goals. But one thing you do have to ask is, Dylan Wright can do this nicely and easily at Ajax. He definitely has the talent and the ability to do it with ease at Ajax. But what would happen if he did make it to a league that has better defending on paper? A league like the Bundesliga, like La Liga, or even the Premier League once more. I mean, he was able to do it in the Premier League. No, don't get me wrong, especially to be doing it for Bournemouth too, where chances are few. It was very impressive, but it's been a while since he's been in those types of leagues. So it'll be interesting to see what would happen if he got there. But I will be honest, a move away from Ajax could seem very likely, if not by the end of the season, maybe at the beginning or in the middle of the next season. Dylan Wright might be leaving Ajax. Things are becoming pretty awkward between him and the coach. All the players are loving Dylan Wright, they're loving his personality, they're loving his sort of charismatic, his maverick type of personality, but also at the same time trying to inspire the other players to be working hard, as Dylan Wright is an extra hard worker for this club, and it shows on and off the pitch. But the coach just does not like the fact that Dylan Wright is just a bit extra flashy, not only on the pitch, not only off the pitch, but also just when he addresses people, when he talks to people. Dylan Wright just has that bit of flashiness about him, that bit of a attitude of saying that he is one of the best players in the world, despite not being anywhere near that. Well, not yet at least. He has the potential to get there, but he's speaking like he's already there. That's how it feels between Dylan and the coach. Dylan, on the other hand, he just feels like the coach is overreacting a bit too much, and that's caused a bit of negativity between the players. You might not see it just yet, but sometimes Dylan does not start for games with Ajax. Because I simulate so many times, you don't really see the times when Dylan comes on as a substitute. But yeah, there are times when Dylan Wright doesn't get the opportunities that you feel that he should deserve, he should be getting. And yeah, that has caused a bit of a rift between Dylan and the coach, and it's sort of being felt by the players, but so far it hasn't affected them on the pitch. But later on in this episode, you will see that it will start affecting the players on the pitch, whether it is in the league or in the upcoming Champions League fixtures. But anyways, we do move in, we do take a look at the cup, and in the quarterfinals of the Orange Becker, we do plan on winning this trophy, and that's basically 2 more games to go, and then we basically have that trophy in the bag. But now we focus on another competition, another cup competition, the pinnacle of European football, the UEFA Champions League against AS Monaco. Dylan Wright is stepping out. He is starting this time. He's lucky, a bit lucky to be starting, especially with how things are going with the manager. You can't deny that Dylan Wright is a good player, but a good player is not a good player without a good attitude. That is what it is about. And honestly, if Dylan cannot patch things up with the coach, things could go downhill. But for now, we can just focus on the football. Dylan is being a sort of a selfless player, but if Steven Bergwijn is going to be missing chances like that, it's going to become very annoying. And we do pay for the chances we've missed, and just like that, the game does end 1-1, with Moise Kean scoring a penalty of his own. But we do head into the Johan Cruyff Arena in a neutral state, so it feels like we are the ones with the advantage since we do have home advantage. So I definitely think that we're going to be able to go through nice and easily. I did simulate the semi-final of the Orange Becker. We beat Excelsior 4-0. And now we move on to the league, and this is where it starts to be more apparent now. Dylan Wright being subbed off against Feyenoord, or at least subbed on, excuse me. Feyenoord scores a penalty, but yeah, this is when it starts to show. You see, this is a big match, a high-profile match. Ajax's biggest rivals, and the coach puts Dylan Wright on the bench. He does bring him on, and Dylan does create something special. He does create an impact, but it does make you wonder, is everything alright between Dylan Wright and the coach? And now it's even starting to reflect too, especially in this one. You can tell that the players were a bit distracted, giving away another penalty, and that would likely cause us to lose unless Dylan Wright could score this free kick. He has had a record of scoring them in training, but a training free kick and a real match free kick are two different things. He's gonna go for the knuckle ball here. He's able to take it. It's pretty close, but close is not enough. And Ajax ends up losing to Feyenoord. And many wonder, what could have been if Dylan Wright was to start in this game? And we move on to a Champions League fixture, and once again, Dylan Wright is being taken into the game from the bench. We have to be wondering what the coach is thinking here. I know it's an attitude problem, but look at what's going on now. Ajax were so close to being knocked out by AS Monaco, with them having a dangerous free kick, in a dangerous position, faking out the wall, and thankfully the wall was able to work. In the 85th minute, there was an opportunity. Dylan Wright wasn't there, and Dusan Tadic could not finish an open goal. We are taken into the 95th minute. Bergwijn's chance this time. He takes it, and he's able to finish it off. But it shows how much of a struggle Ajax has to go through to win matches if Dylan Wright isn't starting, or if he isn't playing in his natural position. For some reason, the coach put Dylan Wright as a cam in this game. Things are being pretty awkward between the coach and Dylan Wright, to be honest. Things are definitely being awkward. The tension is definitely being felt in the locker room. Dylan remains professional about it. If the press asks him questions, he doesn't say much about it. He just tells everyone to focus on the football. But next episode could definitely set the tone, and next episode they have to set aside their differences, especially facing off against champions of Europe, Real Madrid. But to see how things go between Dylan and the coach, to see if Dylan can just sort things out when it comes to himself and the coach, you'll have to wait until the next episode, where we face Real Madrid in the quarterfinals. But until then, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. We'll appreciate a like and a subscribe. Trying to hit 500 subscribers. If you're seeing this in April, trying to hit 600 subscribers if we haven't gotten there. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys enjoy your day. See you guys next time.